Hello everyone, this is Jad. Nice to meet you all. I'm going to be presenting today for you. I just want to know, are you guys hearing me fine? Is everything going well in terms of the microphone and things? If you can just type it into the chatter. So just to introduce myself, I'm Jad. I'm a business advisor from the Kuwait-Qatar region, working over here in the Dubai office. We have 20 offices around the world. In this Dubai office, it's the central office for the Middle Eastern operations. So we have around 1,000 employees in this office, mixed between marketing department, business advisors, and of course, consultants that take care of your projects. So for today's session, we're going to be discussing what is new in Odoo. And we're going to see, our main focus is going to be on what changed, what are the new features, and why they matter. Perfect. Thank you so much, Sunset Seeker. Okay, so we're just going to get started because we have a lot to cover. If you have any questions, please include it in the chatter, and if we have some time, I'll be able to answer you. If not, we can leave it towards the end, and I'll also give you resources on how you can get answers for all your questions within AI. And also at the same time, all of the people attending this session will be assigned to a business advisor from the Dubai team. They're going to be taking care of you and exploring your requirements and seeing if they can find a solution for your projects. Okay, so the first module that we're going to be discussing today is, of course, the CRM module, which is one of the most integral parts of an ERP system. It's a customer relationship management tool. So we have a lot of new features, and we're going to be exploring them one by one. The first feature is going to be the business card scans. So today in the new version 19, you're able to take a photo of anyone's business card. Let's say you're going to an event, you meet someone, a salesperson walks up to you, they're offering something interesting to you. You can take their business card, take a photo of it, and scan it, and it automatically creates a lead. As we can see here, it creates an opportunity in the CRM. Okay, so it's great for networking and connections at events or outdoor salespeople. Okay, the second feature that we have is an AI insights feature. So basically, inside a certain opportunity, based on some certain criteria, AI can estimate the probability that a certain opportunity is going to close. So this can be based on a criteria that you can set. It can be based on country, it can be based on the deal size, it can be based on the expected revenue, and AI will automatically compute a probability of this opportunity being moved to the one stage or closing, as we say in sales. Okay, the next feature that we're going to discuss is the lead assignment filter. So, for example, here we have Justin, who's a salesperson in my team. Let's say Justin is managing, like I am, the Kuwait and Qatar markets. I can set whenever a lead has a certain language or is within a certain country, or let's say the phone number has a certain country code within it, then it gets automatically assigned to Justin, and he has priority on the specific lead. So it just makes filtering the leads a lot easier and assigning leads process a lot faster for the salespersons to be more efficient and close more of their deals. So after this, we're going to delve straight into the sales module, which is of course fully integrated with the CRM, where you can send a quotation directly from the CRM, convert it into a sales order, and create an invoice. So the sales application has a lot of new features. We're going to see them one by one. The first one is going to be the new catalog view for the product. So let's say I am sending out a quotation to a certain customer, to Deco Addict. I can automatically press the catalog button, and it opens up a view of the products, and I can automatically, with one button, press add, and it can automatically add the products into my quotation. I can choose as many units as I want. I can add or delete products, and the catalog section can also be filtered based on the certain product categories. So if I'm only selling tables or anything related to tables, I can choose this product category, and everything related to the tables that I'm setting is going to automatically come up. Okay? We can also, in the quotation, hide prices and hide composition. So assuming I'm selling a service, I don't want the customer to see the exact service and the exact product lines that are coming under the specific service. Okay, I just want to show them a general overview and I don't want them to see the prices. I can hide the prices now and I can hide the composition. This is a new feature. A lot of companies have been requesting it because they like to do it to protect their profit margins. Maybe they want to preserve trade secrets or prevent unnecessary negotiations so that they can keep the focus on the overall solution. Does it tell you how much product you have in stock? Yes, of course. It tells you right here that we have 40 available and 45 on hand. So for the next feature, we have a new quotation builder in sales. So for example, I can add a PDF to create beautiful quotations. So I can add a PDF header to my quotation, or when I select a certain product in the quotation, I can associate a document with this product that can show up on my quotations. And I can also add a footer PDF page just to make my quotations a lot more outstanding and look different so that I can stand out from competition. Okay, so also another feature that we have, I can add optional products from the back end while I'm sending out a quotation. And basically in portal, so this is the portal view that the customer sees when I send out the quotation. The optional products that I set will automatically come up here. So this customer is ordering, this customer is ordering a customizable desk. I can set optional products to go with this desk, such as a chair, and the customer can choose the quantity that he wants it in, and also warranty if he wants to purchase a warranty with the customizable desk. So it provides a lot more potential for upsell to customers to increase your sales on the overall. And at the same time, on the user portal, I can let the customer pay a certain down payment, or I can let them choose the amount that they want to pay on the order. I can give them that freedom. So it just provides a lot more flexibility on payments, if I want to give that flexibility to customers. In the user portal, the customer will also be able to see the estimated delivery time based on the schedule date that I have in my delivery order in the back end. So this delivery, I'm delivering a screwdriver, I'm delivering 50 units to Deco Addict, which is my customer. The schedule date is October 15th, and the customer on the user portal can see the status of their orders and the delivery date based on the schedule date that I set. So now we're going to be moving on to the subscription modules. There's also a lot of new features in this end. The first feature is going to be setting price lists for recurring products. So for example, let's say I want to create a price list for, we moved over. I want to create a price list for a specific customer or for a specific group of customers, and I want to provide them with a discount. I can choose a price type. I can choose it to be a discount or a certain formula or a fixed price, and I can set price lists for subscriptions in version 19. We also have a new feature in version 19 which allows us to accept a one-time payment instead of a recurring payment. So here we have monthly, yearly, and we can also choose this feature which allows us to accept a one-time payment rather than a subscription. And we can also sell one-time products. While we're sending out a quotation for a subscription, we can set one-time products as well as a recurring plan and sell them together. Okay, now we're going to be moving off to, of course, one of the most integral applications in an ERP system, accounting. So here we have a couple of new features. A great feature is the new audit report creator. So with one click of a button, I can create an annual report. Let's say I want to extract a report from the system. I want it to include the attestation. I want it to include a balance sheet and a profit and loss statement. And I want it to take it out from the system automatically. I can create an annual report, include the exact pages and sheets that I wanted to extract from the system. And with one button, I can create the annual report. Another feature that a lot of companies have been asking for is the customer statement feature. Can you integrate promotions with a discounted report? So yes, with the price lists, of course, you can set promotions. It can be a discount, it can be a formula, or it can be a fixed price. Okay, just to continue. The second feature that we were talking about is now salespeople can access customer statements from the contacts module or from an opportunity in the CRM without directly going and having access to accounting side. So this was something that a lot of companies were asking for. We want our sales people to be able to see the customer statement, what has been paid and what is not paid, without them having to have access rights to the accounting module. So now we can do that with the new customer statement feature. Okay, so another feature that's really beautiful is the reconciliation feature. Of course, you guys are aware of what the reconciliation is. So it's basically an extra step to make sure that all of the transactions that we have inside Odoo are matching with the transactions that we have in our bank statement. Okay, so with a lot of banks in some of the banks in the UAE and a lot of banks in Europe, in the US and Canada, the bank can be fully integrated with Odoo. However, in the Middle East, this is a limitation from the banks in the Middle East. We cannot fully integrate with them. So Odoo came up with a great feature which allows us to just upload a bank statement, and with OCR reading and with artificial intelligence, it allows us, the system will automatically match the transactions that are in the system and that are matching with the bank statement, and with one click of a button we can just validate and it will automatically reconcile, making the process a lot more seamless and efficient for accountants. The next application that we have is the rental application. We have a great new feature which allows us to have hourly booking and nightly check-ins. So previously in version 18 we can choose specific hours and the duration. Right now we can configure a nightly price, which is great for hotels and overnight rental products like hotel rooms, and we can easily define the pickup and return times on the schedule with the new rental Gantt view that we have. So, what's new in the point of sale system? In the POS system, we can set presets. For example, eat-in preset or take-out presets, and we can configure the differences between them. So I can configure that whenever I choose eat-in, it has a certain tax rate, whether customers are dining in, and whether there's an option for takeout. Then it gives us a different preset or a different price list for the presets that we configure inside the system. Okay, so for example here, we can configure a preset that's called takeout, and the price list will be a 20% discount on takeout for Tuesday lunch. So every Tuesday lunch, it's automatically gonna have a 20% price list computed for takeout orders. So another new feature in the POS is that we can now organize orders into courses to ensure that starters and mains and desserts are sent in the correct order. So this is what it looks like. In the back end, we have a kitchen display. This is what the chef is going to be able to see while he's preparing the order. As we can see here, table 1 has a dine-in order. The first order is chicken nuggets, and that's an appetizer. We're working on that right now. And the main course will be pending till we finish this appetizer. So we have an appetizer and a main course. Once we're done with this, we can get started with the O burger, which is our main course. Okay, in terms of reservations, we also have a lot of updates and integration with Google Reservation. So a customer can easily book their appointment and have it pop up on their Google Calendar. So as we can see here, this is what it will look like on Google Search. And this is what it will look like in the back end when we are configuring our table booking. We set the duration, we set the location, and we set the resources that we are booking. So we're booking table 1, 2, 3, 4, up till 7, and we can manage the capacity of how many seats we have. Okay, the customer will come in, reserve a table, and it will automatically send reminders and updates for his booking. Okay. So we also have an improved reservation management view for the customers. So they have a couple of different views that they can see. So as we can see here in the reservation management, I can see what is booked, what is checked in, and what customers did not show up. So I can see this in a Kanban view, which is more organized and structured. So I can see the reservation by status. A Gantt view, so I can see it on a timeline and see the exact availability of each tables. a list view where I can select them all to perform a certain task, such as send an email, select all and send an email. And a pivot view gives me a clear overview about who checked in, who booked, and who didn't show up. So let's say that I own a restaurant and I don't want my temporary staff to access the POS cash in and cash out, and I don't want them to also access the database backend. So I have different profiles that I can provide right now. We have more options for user access rights. So we have minimal rights, which only allows the employees to process orders. For example, a sales associate or a trainee or a temporary staff, I only want them to be able to process the orders. Or I can give them basic rights, which allows them to open the register, perform cash in, cash out, lock the session, create contacts, change the prices, and give discounts. So this one gives them more minimal rights, such as a cashier or a server. Or I can give them advanced rights, which allows them to access the backend, create a product on the go, and close the register as they wish, which is for managers, senior cashiers, and shift supervisor. So another feature is, let's say that there's a customer that comes in and he has paid for breakfast, lunch, and brunch, and he wants to expense it. He wants to get it reimbursed by his company, and he's requesting them in one invoice. Now we can do that in Odoo with a global invoice feature. We can generate a global invoice for a specific customer, and we can choose all of the orders, and it prints one invoice out for them so that they can send it to their company to get it expensed and to get themselves reimbursed in a seamless process. E-commerce and appointments. What are the new features that are coming in e-commerce? So for the front end, we have a new feature which allows the customer to compare specific products. So I'm a customer, I'm shopping for desks. I can come in and I can choose 3 desks and I can compare between them. I can see the options. I can compare the designs with a very nice layout and clear tracking. Yes, it is. So we also have an improved wish list page layout. So a customer can come in. This was the layout in V18. In version 19, we have a nicer layout. The customer can save products into their wish list. Whenever they access their wish list, they can see the products that they added, and they can check out. This can provide more potential for upsell for our company. Okay. In terms of the backend right now, we have new SEO optimization features. For example, this is basically a product snippet. This is what's going to show on Google, and we can now configure this in the backend. We can also have AI auto-suggest the product description and the product title or the snippet page. And AI can automatically input all of this information, and at the same time we can the AI will also suggest keywords for our search engine optimization. We also have other features which we're going to see soon. A new feature which is order and collect based on stock availability. So we can set a product on our website to be able to so the customer is going to come in, they're going to order the product, and they're going to be able to see the stock availability at certain pickup points. And based on the availability, they can choose to collect it directly from a store or from a warehouse or etc. Okay, so we also have quick reordering. Customers can now reorder products directly from the cart page. They can reorder a previous order that they made. Okay, so we also have pickup points, which we just discussed, and we have a cash on delivery feature so that the customer can pay on delivery rather than having to check out on the website. So this is what quick reorder looks like. It gives them the order summary from 3 days ago. With one click of a button, they can just reorder the previous order. The cash on delivery is a new feature that we have. It's a new payment method, so the customer does not have to check out. They can pay upon delivery. We also have an address selector, which allows them to save their previously created delivery addresses. We can also hide or display a secondary address and delivery methods to determine it by specific product type. And a great feature that we have is now the Google Merchant Center. We can connect Odoo and the products that we have inside Odoo to be synchronized with Google Shopping and the Google Merchant Center, and we can create landing pages and have them on certain marketing activities that we create on Facebook ads, Instagram, on TikTok. With one click of a button, they can automatically access your product page and they can purchase the product automatically. We also have the abandoned carts email. So it triggers emails for carts which are created, but they haven't purchased yet. So any abandoned cart, an email will be sent out to the customer so that they're reminded that there's a certain order that they haven't checked out for example, and which can ultimately increase our sales over time by reminding the customer and triggering him and sending him multiple emails when he does not check out. So in terms of the purchase module, we also have a purchase order template, which makes life a lot easier. So let's say I'm a customer and I keep purchasing the same purchase from the same vendor. So I buy rice from the same vendor every day. I can set the template so I don't have to manually populate the purchase order every time. This is what it looks like. We can set purchase agreements. I can choose the purchase template and it automatically populates the fields. Product B, I want 10. Product C, I also want 10. And I want a SanDisk test. Okay, so I can just create that and order it automatically and send the request for quotation for the supplier much easier and faster every day. So in the inventory module, we have a new feature which is valuation by lot or serial number. So this is the stock valuation. It allows me to see all the stock that I have on hand and how much stock value I have. Okay, the new feature is that we are able to group it by specific batches. So this allows it to be used as cost of goods sold for accounting and stock valuation purposes. So this leads to more accurate profit reporting, and it leads to more correct accounting and cost of goods sold. So Sunset asked, does the PO go through an authorization process? So it can either go through an authorization process or not. We can set an approval step where it sends an approval request from a manager, and the manager can just press approve. As soon as he does so, the purchase order will be sent, or we can do this with or without an approval step. So it's your choice. We have both features available. So give me a second just to drink. Okay, so what's new in terms of human resources and payroll? So we have a new template, a new view for the employee. This is what it looked like in version 18, and it's a more sleek design over here, and we can have the contract and edit the contract overview whenever we want, and we also have the dates of their appraisals, and we can request an appraisal automatically from here, and we can see their attendance, whether they're present, whether they're working from home, etc. Sunset's asking, does it remind you of contract renewal with vendor? What do you mean exactly by contract renewal? Okay, so this is what the employees looks like. Rather than having a bunch of smart buttons, we have one button which allows us to view the time off automatically, and we can also view the planning and the monthly hours and the last appraisal. Sure thing, we can upload the slides for you to have access to them. Okay, so we can also set training attendances for employees. We can have them go through a training program, and once they finished the base for this is that we can have our employees undergo certain training sessions. Based on these training sessions, they can receive certifications, and we can see in the system automatically what training sessions they have done and what is able to we can see what skills they have. So if they finished certain trainings, we can maybe take them to another level internally in our company. Okay, We can also update, we can also have bulk user creation. So let's say I hired 3 or 4 new employees. I can just highlight them all and create them as users automatically in the system. Or let's say that unfortunately these employees are not performing well and I need to terminate. I can highlight a lot of employees or a certain team, for example, and have a departure reason set for them and end their contract with one click of a button. In terms of recruitment, we have a new talent pool and we have a new UI/UX for it, a new user interface. So I can set specific talent pools. Instead of having all of the applicants mixed together, I can create pools such as sales candidates and they all fall within one pool, or IT candidates, and I can view them one time and set them to different potential applications that they can apply to. Okay, and we also have a job position matching feature. So let's say applicant uploaded his resume. Odoo can extract its skills and certifications. Based on these skills that I input into the system, it gives me a percentage of match to the job position that they applied for. So over here, Elon Musk, applying to Odoo, of course, has a 93% match to a specific application that he applied to. Okay, and once, let's say there's a certain applicant that's stuck in my pipeline, but they're not moving forward. I haven't scheduled any interviews with them. I didn't provide any feedback or communication. Odoo will automatically notify me and tell me that I haven't reached out to this specific applicant for 13 days. And it will give me the, allow me to update their profile and tell me whether to cancel their profile or move them forward with the recruitment process. Okay, in terms of appraisal, I can set a new job target for a certain employee. So Tom, I have a target job. I want them to become a manager. And this manager has a set of skills that's required to become a manager at this role. And Tom also has a set of skills. So based on their current skill level, I can see how much percentage they need to reach the target job. Can you integrate Bamboo HR? What we're explaining to you is a full HR system with employee module, with a recruitment module, with a time off module, and a timesheets module. So this is a full HR solution. Why would you integrate an HR solution with another HR solution? So for the time off application, we also have a bunch of new features. So basically, anything can be integrated with Odoo because we have a open source coding. So this can definitely be explored. You can discuss it with your business advisor that's going to reach out to you. Once the business advisor reaches out to you directly, you can tell them about your requirement and they can get it estimated for you. Okay, if it's possible to be done. So this is what the time off looks like. We have a time off request. Previously in version 18, I have to set a half day. Let's say I want to take 3.5 days off. I have to set a half day, and then on the other 3 days, I can take 3 days off. Right now, I can just select 3.5 days and it automatically computes it in Odoo. It's just a faster way to do so. And now we can have simultaneous leaves at the same time. So basically I can set a time off type, which is working from home. And I can also, this working from home does not mean that I'm not going to have my salary computed because I can now count it as work time. Okay, so we can have simultaneous leaves at the same time. So we have some new features in attendance. I can have a set device and location tracking for my employees. I can collect their GPS location, their IP address, and browser/device details to track their access and attendance. So this is what it will look like for them. Once they allow it, I can track their device and location. So this is what it looks like. I can see Abigail is on site. Other employees are absent. I can see their location, whether they're on site, whether they're in office, or they're absent, all in one beautiful view. So this is also a time off ledger, which allows me to easily check and filter. Let's say I'm filtering missing hours in the last 2 months. by specific employees. So I can see all of the employees and their expected working hours, and how many hours they've actually worked, and how many hours that they've been approved for time off, and what the difference is computed. Okay, so it was, Rahul was asking, what is the basis used for inventory valuation? So stock valuation, basically just so you can know how much stock you have on hand. So let's say I have chairs and tables, and I have 50 tables and 50 chairs. Let's say the unit cost of a table is $10, so I have 50 tables. I can now know that my stock that I have on hand is valued at $500. Okay, so I can now know the value of my stock. And it's also for accounting purposes, so that I can integrate it with certain features such as cost of goods sold and better accounting reporting for companies overall. That's what the stock valuation is used for. So for the time off, we can also set an overtime rule set. So let's say my employees are going on overtime. Let's say Abigail is working overtime 3 days of the week. So I can set a rule set. So how am I going to pay her based on this overtime? I can set a different rule set per employee. So let's say for Abigail, I want to pay her 1.5 times the hours that she usually works. Okay, so she gets paid $20. Now for overtime, the system is automatically going to compute $30 for any overtime hours that she has. So the new features in terms of payrolls. I can, for example, I'm paying out employee A. Employee A wants to be paid out 50% to his personal account and 50% to his spouse's account. I can compute that automatically by choosing the account number I'm going to be sending to, and I can set 50% to account 123 and 50% to account 000. So this is basically the new feature in Odoo called pay runs, which is basically batch employee payments. This was available in version 18. However, now we have a new user interface for it to process the payments. So basically for October 2025, my employer cost for this pay run was 15,000. The gross was 15,250 and the net was 15,000. Okay, I can also see the status. This pay run is ready to be sent. Once it's done, it will be moved to done, and once it's paid, it will be moved to this status, and I can confirm the pay run from here automatically. So while I'm sending out this pay run, let's say staff B2 was missing a bank account. So Odoo will automatically detect this issue, and it will raise this issue and send me that staff B2 has a missing bank account, and it will automatically give me the button to access to correct the issue automatically. Okay, so this is a very helpful tool so that we make sure that we haven't made any mistakes in our pay runs. Okay, so we also have a new feature called salary adjustments. So let's say that I want to add something or deduct something from an employee's salary for a specific period. However, I don't want to change the base salary. I just want to adjust the net pay for a specific payroll run. This is used, for example, for sending out bonuses, corrections, or certain fines. So I can just automatically create a new salary adjustment. I can add the payslip amount, and I can add the duration and automatically create it. It will not modify my base salary, but it will adjust the salary structure for a specific pay run. Okay, so it makes it a lot easier to send bonuses, corrections, and fines, and deduct fines. Moving to the documents module, we have a new feature, which is an AI that assists us in organizing and sorting the documents automatically. So when I upload files, whether they're invoices, receipts, contracts, or anything in the documents module, the AI can read the content via OCR and artificial intelligence, and then it automatically categorizes or assigns the document to the correct folder/workspace. So basically, Odoo, the Documents app, you can think of it as a Google Drive. You can just upload the document into this drive, and Odoo will automatically read it and automatically categorize it into the correct folder. So for the barcode module, we have a bunch of new features. The first feature is an RFID support. So basically, RFID chips allow us, inside barcode scanners, allow us to count the inventory at light speed. So for example, let's say I'm using a regular barcode scanner. I can, the staff will scan 100 bottles individually. This of course is not efficient and it takes time. Now that we have RFID method that is integrated with Odoo, I can just wave the barcode sensor or RFID over the pallet and all 100 bottles will be scanned instantly, and Odoo will automatically update the stock and send it to the right location automatically. So as you can see here, it read 63 with 43 unique tags in 8 seconds. Okay, now moving on to the manufacturing, shop floor, quality, maintenance, and repair applications. So the first feature that we have, so let's say I'm in a work order, I'm manufacturing a certain product, I'm manufacturing this clothing label. I can set a custom lot/serial prefix for this product. So once it's manufactured, we have a certain prefix and it's gonna add a serial number to this prefix also. Okay? So let's say I'm manufacturing this clothing product. I can set a batch size of 20 and Odoo will automatically create 20 different serial numbers for me after the manufacturing order is created. Okay? So as you can see here, we have a smart button. I can access all of the serial numbers for all of the 20 clothing products that I just manufactured. As easy as that. We also have a new deadline field for a manufacturing order, and we can also change the status of the order. So this order is blocked, or it's to do, or it's in progress, cancelled, and done status. For the shop floor, we have a much more beautiful design. We can have an employee log in with a PIN and see that the tasks that they have in the manufacturing process and the manufacturing orders that they have. We also have barcode fully integrated with the shop floor so that they can automatically scan a certain product and they can move it to a different work order or work center very seamlessly. Okay, in terms of manufacturing costing, we have so let's say for a certain work center, I can add costing information for a work center, and I can also, it's fully integrated with the employee's application. So whatever hourly cost I set for the employee, if they are assigned to a certain manufacturing order, Odoo will compute the cost based on this hourly cost. Okay? If the employee hourly cost is not set on the employee's module, then the cost per hour on the work center can also be added. Okay? We can add the cost per hour for the work center. So for example, electricity, gas, whatever bills you're paying for the work center. And at the same time, we can add the cost per hour for an employee. Okay, so that we have a full manufacturing cost overview. So we can see exactly what this manufacturing order, what it consisted of, and what are the costs associated with it. Okay. We can also set these costs for a specific operation. It can be set either based on actual time or theoretical time. So theoretical time means the time that is that I can set, for example, this certain operation, which is a cutting operation. I can say that this operation is going to take half an hour. This is theoretical time, so the manufacturing order will be based on the half an hour. Or I can actually have actual time where my assigned employee to the manufacturing order can start when he starts the process and end, and that actual time will be computed. So we have both options. So we also have a feature inside Odoo 19 which is called the Master Production Schedule. What is the Master Production Scheduler? It's a tool in manufacturing that helps us plan what to produce, in what quantity, and when we will produce it, based on demand and historical inventory levels and forecasted demand for the future. Okay? So it looks at sales orders, forecasted demand, and current stock, and it suggests a way forward, a production plan and replenishment, so that we can, so that we never go through any overstock or understock for our inventory management before we actually manufacture. Okay, So the master production scheduler can now automatically replenish our components for manufacturing at the start of a period. This trigger can be automatic replenishment, so it automatically sends a purchase order out to the supplier, or it can be manual, so it creates the purchase order for us. Based on validation, we can send the purchase order out to the supplier. And we can also compute, Odoo can suggest certain forecasted demand for our manufacturing based on the previous history on a product and the previous periods of manufacturing. Okay, so it will tell us the suggested demand is, let's say, 150 manufactured. So we need this much components and this much raw materials. Is there a report available that displays all the landed costs associated with an imported shipment? Of course there is. We have a landed cost feature where you can add the landed cost for any purchase order or for any shipment. And with the reporting power of Odoo, we can, of course, extract a report to show all of the landed costs associated with a certain shipment. And of course, if you discuss this with your business advisor, they can show you how to do so, and you can explore the features more with them. Okay? Removing the kitting menu from manufacturing is an issue for us. What do you mean exactly? So if you mean kitting in terms of bill of materials, for example, this advanced AI laptop has specific components that come under it, such as an AI chip, and it also gets subcontracted. So now we can see the routes for each of the components under a certain product's bill of materials. So this AI chip, I buy it from a supplier called TechComp. I can see this automatically from the BOM overview. We also have a great new feature, which is the subcontracting workflow. So let's say that I manufacture a certain t-shirt, okay? This t-shirt gets, part of the manufacturing process is subcontracted. Let's say I send it out to another company so that they can print certain values on the t-shirt, and then I take it back from them. Okay, so this is called subcontracting. With the subcontracting feature inside of Odoo, as soon as I choose subcontracting, it's going to create a resupply feature, which is basically supplying the subcontractor with the raw materials. So it creates a delivery order to send out the raw materials to the subcontractor, and the receipt to receive the finished product from the subcontractor, or the semi-finished product, as it's part of the manufacturing process. Okay, and in the receipt order, we can also see the subcontracting productions and the status of the components. So let's say this subcontractor, I send them a clothing label, a sewing thread, and a dyed cotton fabric. So I can automatically see how much stock I have of this before I send it out, and once I send it out and I receive the semi-finished product, they will be counted as consumed. Okay, so for the maintenance application, we have a bunch of new features. So now we have a Gantt chart, so we can see exactly what the maintenance orders are and who they are assigned to. So this an issue with the screen is assigned to Charlotte, and I can see the workload of the employees on my team. So I can see how many days they're going to be working on this this maintenance request. And I'm able to easily drag and drop, so I can give this request to another employee, assign it to a different person, or change the maintenance time. Okay, so for the most interesting feature in Odoo, we have in Odoo 19, we enrolled a new AI feature, which is computed within. You have an AI agent that is with you across all the different applications that you are inside Odoo. So this AI agent can help you. For example, you can ask it to provide you with certain reporting. So I can send the AI, provide me with a report that shows me the sales analysis based on the past 3 months and showing me every single customer, for example. Odoo's AI agent can automatically extract that report for you from the system. We also have a new AI search on our website. If you go to odoo.com/help, you can ask the Odoo AI any question associated with Odoo, and it can provide you with an answer. For example, you can ask it, how do I create a product in the system? And it will give you a step-by-step instructions on how to do so. So it's very beneficial, and it's based on the Odoo 19 user documentation. So it gives you all of the new updates and all of the new features, and how you can configure them in the system. Okay? So a similar AI bot can also be generated, or an AI agent can be generated for customers themselves. So for you guys, for your companies, and you can compute this AI to get answers based on your own documents, based on the knowledge module that you have and any articles that you added there, based on the PDF files that you have in the documents module, or any links. The AI is also able, for example, on your website to translate and summarize information. As we mentioned, it can sort documents, so I can upload a document and it can sort it into the right file. It can also be used in the CRM to speed up the process. Let's say I have a log note section in the CRM with all of the updates and all of the communication history to do with a certain customer. I can ask AI to automatically summarize all of these log notes so I can know the latest updates related to a certain customer. I can also have a live chat integration on my website that can assist external customers, or it can assist my internal employees based on the documents and the knowledge articles that I fill into the AI. And as we said, we can automatically on our website translate a web page, any web page that I'm on. I'm able to translate it to another language with one click of a button. AI will read it and translate it to whatever language that you request. Okay? So thank you very much for listening. So of course, I hope these features are able to benefit you guys. Of course, each and every one of you right now will be assigned to a specific business advisor within our Dubai team. Please make use of them, explore your requirements, and they will be reaching out to you on the phone or on WhatsApp, and you can discuss with them. And they can take you through a process, which is usually they schedule at first a discovery meeting to go over all of your requirements and learn more about your business and understand your workflows. Based on these workflows, they can also show you a demo of what Odoo will look like if you continue with them or continue with us. And you can ask them all of the questions so that they can give you a tailored solution to your specific business. This was just a general overview of all the new features. They are the ones who will be able to show you a full workflow that is tailored to your business. Okay, so please, if you have any questions, if I'm able to answer them right now, we can have 3-4 minutes to do so. If not, we also have the odoo.com/support, where you're able to ask the AI any question, or you can explore any question with your business advisors that are going to be assigned to your profiles. So someone asked, removing the kitting menu from manufacturing is an issue for us. I didn't quite understand that one. Can you explain how to work on kitting and using MO, manufacturing order? Okay, so a manufacturing order is created in the system. So let's say if I just go into the manufacturing module, I can create a new manufacturing order. Once I choose the product, it will automatically pull the bill of material for that product, and we can set operation types so that we can have a manufacturing process. And it will automatically consume the raw materials or the bill of material for that product, and it will update the inventory, so the raw material inventory will be decreased and the final product inventory will increase in your inventory reporting or stock reporting. Okay, after installing the AI app, if we uninstall it, will it make any issues in the database? No, not necessarily, it shouldn't. Of course, you can check that out with the support team on odoo.com/support, but I don't see why it would require that. What do I need to do to become an Odoo functional and back-end consultant? So I guess we have certifications for that, and of course, if you want to become an Odoo partner, you can reach out to the business advisor that's going to be talking to you. You can let them know your interest of becoming an Odoo functional consultant or a back-end consultant, and they can assign you to the correct department. So we have an education department for those that are interested in learning Odoo. We also have a partner department if you're interested to becoming a partner and or an Odoo reseller. Is Odoo suitable for retail grocery business? Of course it is. We have a full flow for retails. If you contact your business advisor, they can definitely show you the whole flow. So the modules that are going to be beneficial for you is you have a purchasing module, you have an inventory module, you have a POS module, which is the point of sale system. So you have the full workflow for a retail business, which is also fully integrated with the accounting system. So you can purchase, stock your inventory, manage your stock, and sell on a cashier basis on the point of sale module. Okay, and once you sell and once you buy, the financial statements will automatically be updated. Okay, any final questions? What is the database use Odoo? I did not quite understand that one. Okay, perfect, guys. Thank you so much for your patience, and I hope that this was beneficial to you and you were able to learn a thing or two about the new features. In terms of the slides, I will talk to our team to hopefully include this. This video will be posted on, this stream will be posted on YouTube. So I will also request for them to add the presentation slides to the description so you can all have access to them. Okay? Thank you all for attending and have a good rest of your day. Thank you.